Hello, residents of Wesley Acres. This is Damon, your Executive Director, speaking to you on January 6th. Brace for this, 2021, finally. I'm sure a lot of us are happy 2020 is over and looking forward to a better year in 2021. I have a few things I want to cover with you today. First off, appreciate everybody's patience as I've been late getting these video outs the last couple weeks. But the biggest reason is we've had information regarding these vaccinations that we've really wanted to get so we could share with you. And it's been easier said than done in getting the information from our pharmacy partner. To make a long story short, our vaccination schedule has once again changed. Unfortunately, yesterday we had our RCF, which is over in the Austin Center, our residential care residents, and our staff that work over there were all prepared to get their shots yesterday. And our pharmacy provider at the last second canceled, said they couldn't make it due to a scheduling conflict. And I think basically with the overwhelming responsibility of these pharmacy providers, they're having some scheduling hiccups. So instead of having 3 clinics this week, the latest we know is they're going to try to do one big clinic on January 22nd, and then they would do the second shot for all of the residents and staff 3 weeks after that. Now, that is tentatively confirmed, but as we know more, we will let you know. But as of now, they're looking at the 22nd. But as we've learned the painful way the last couple weeks, this tends to change. And, all we can do is make sure we're ready. So what we're doing is we continue to get our residents in the licensed areas registered and ready to go to get their shot. And we continue to get our staff registered and provide education for those that still have questions and concerns about, getting the shot and doing what we can to get the highest percent of participation that we can. So again, we're looking at the 22nd of January, tentatively approved by CVS, but we know from past experience, until they're here giving us shots that day, I will keep my fingers crossed. If anything changes, we'll let you know as soon as we know. Moving on, an update about COVID here at Wesley Acres. Very pleased to say that we continue to have 0 cases, 0 resident cases, 0 team member cases. And that's quite an accomplishment, because if you look at the infection rate out there, it's still pretty high. The number of cases being reported has gone down a little bit, but not as much testing's been done because the infection rates show that we're still pretty high on the people that are being tested. So with that said, nothing in Acres right now. And again, that's the residents, the families, and the team members are doing an outstanding job utilizing infection control. And the thing now is, with these vaccinations coming this month, or hopefully coming this month, the finish line is near. If a high percentage of people get the vaccination, it has 95% efficacy. Once we get the vaccinations and they've had their few weeks to take full effect, the risk of catching COVID here is going to drop very dramatically. So everybody, we're almost there. Let's just, for another month or 5 weeks, let's just go a little longer, wear those masks, wash those hands, be real smart where you go. Because now what concerns me is I don't want to see anybody with us this close to getting vaccinated, getting COVID right at the end. That would be a bitter, bitter pill. I know personally, I'll share this because just so you can see the way I'm thinking and take from this what you want. But one of my New Year's resolutions was big surprise to get in better physical shape. And I was hoping that I would be vaccinated by now so I could get back to my gym over by where I live. But the thing about it is I'm not going to do that until I get vaccinated, because there's risk in going to gyms when you haven't had the vaccine because of how hard people breathe and the number of people in there and everything. And I've just made the decision that I'm not going to do something to elevate my risk of catching COVID ever, but especially this late in the game. Because if I catch COVID, I don't want to go through that, but I also don't want to make any of you sick, or my family, or my team members here, or anybody for that matter. So just a little bit longer, guys. Let's stay focused. If you have any questions, let me know. Another thing I want to update on today is the search continues to replace Linda Foster. We're getting applicants. We've been conducting final interviews. The process is moving forward. I'm very encouraged by that. We'll just have to make a difficult decision here in the near future. We've got a few more people we're looking at the moment. Not sure how many people we'll look at by the time we make a decision, but the process is going as planned. Sometimes when you open up a position, it can be a little discouraging because you don't get quality applicants. But fortunately, in this case, we've got some good people that we're considering, and a couple more we're about to, bring in and learn more about. So that's it on the search to replace Linda as Director of Sales. Our occupancy numbers right now, we have about 50 open beds here at Wesley Acres. When the virus started back in March, we were at 97 point some percent and had 6 open beds. So you can see what the attrition has done to us this year between just regular attrition occurring, some deaths from COVID, and the fact that we couldn't tour for quite a while. And that's typical of the industry. The industry as a whole dropped over 10% in occupancy. And that's about what our company's dropped to. I know Acres dropped from 97 to 82%. So very, very common thing. And but I'm comfortable with the vaccinations. Just this week we've had 4 hot leads pop up for assisted living, and 1 hot, possibly 2 for independent living, just like that over the last few days. And that hasn't happened since COVID started. So we're very encouraged. It's our hope that now that people know the vaccines are imminent and everything, the environments around town and out and about in the community, and especially coming into a community like this with so many people being vaccinated, are going to be much, much safer. So hopefully you'll see us start to build that census back up. We're really excited about that. That's all I'm going to speak on this month. Here in the near future, I will start talking about the master plan again. I just want to get past these vaccinations first, though. So again, right now it looks like the 22nd for everybody, and then 3 weeks later, and we will talk about this a lot in that 3-week window. 3 weeks after the 22nd, we will get the second shot for everybody. Remember, with the Pfizer vaccine, all of us getting vaccinated need both shots to get the full positive effects of the vaccine, the full protection. So I think everybody knows that by now, but you can't say it enough. So with that said, I want to wish everybody a good week. If you have any questions, please stop by and let me know. A common question this week is about independent living and when the independent living residents will be eligible to get a vaccine. We still don't know. We're asking, we're checking regularly. As soon as we get that blessing, we will let you know, get the clinic set up, and get our IL residents vaccinated too. Because then we'll have everybody here at Acres who wanted a shot will have one, and we'll be much better off. So as soon as independent living is blessed, I will share that news ASAP. And if you have any other questions, just simply stop by and let me know, and I'll be happy to visit with you. In the meantime, take care, and we'll talk to you at Update next week.